Ain't it funny how you don't have to know someone, and that same person that you don't know, you come to them and show nothing but pure love. You'll see them, give them that. You know what I mean? It's nothing but like love, like, right? You see them, and then you always acknowledge them. If anything, you look at them, you want to get tips off of, you know, what I mean, how they dress. You see that they come off as real cool and chill, right? You see it from a distance. But as you get closer to these same people, for some reason they're not what you actually thought they were, right? When you actually get to know them, it's sort of like they ask you questions. They talk to you as if that, you know what I mean, like you just don't know like what's going on with them. It's kind of weird. It's like you ask yourself like, yo, why are they acting like that? You know what I mean? I'm showing nothing but positivity. If anything, you ain't even paying no attention to them. It's not until they come around you, and that's when you just show nothing but pure love, right? How about those same people are in secret competition with you? They'll give you all the signs, but it's not until you realize and you sit back and realize, like, dang, all that time I was showing love, they're looking at it as if, like, they're better than me. How? Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And today we're going to talk about those low lives are in secret competition with you, and you don't even realize it before it's too late. When it's too late. I was reflecting back on, it was a couple of years ago, and if you're a person like me, you're a person that, like, you just show nothing but love. You hang around people. For me personally, I used to hang with a lot of women. You hang with one, obviously, is one that's really beautiful, that's real chill, and then other women get curious, an example, and then they want to hang out with you because they see that, just vibe. Everybody just want to vibe, you know what I mean? But that same person that you're cool with, that female, she's attracted to some guy, an example, and that guy, personally, he's just curious to know what it is you're talking to me, but who is this guy you're talking to? Who is this guy? He's just real chill. He's quiet, right? I'm using myself as an example because that's actually a real experience, right? And then they'll get around you and they'll ask you questions. You showing love. Hey, my name is. And you showing nothing but love. You see them. Yo, I like that outfit. You fail to realize this person is just watching you from a distance, and that's what happened to me. And it's like, yo, they'll ask you questions like, what kind of jacket is that? And you just name a brand. Oh, okay. Okay. Like, what is that about? You know what I mean? But you ain't thinking about nothing. But you think about it, like, yo, what the hell? What, bro? We dudes, man. Come on, why you asking? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't giving no compliment. You ain't saying anything. Oh, okay. And then you compliment him like, yo, I like your style, man. He, not better than you. It's like, bro, you can't win, and that's the problem with most people, especially dudes, right? You can't go nowhere with somebody who's is secretly in competition with you. They may see you as a person that's just chilling. Everybody likes you. Everybody sees you. Or, an example, all the girls get around you and they just like to hug you. They tell, oh, this is my boyfriend playing around. This is my boy. Oh, this is my husband. You know what I mean? Ladies, you get around some dudes. They cool with you. They look at you like, you know what? You ain't like the other women. They respect you. They see you, give you hugs. Hey, you know what I mean? Jennifer, yo, you real, having a conversation. But when they get around Rebecca and them, Alice and the other girls, they just talk to them as if they just trying to get in their pants. No respect. They look at you. Oh, every other text that they get or they talk to them, well, when you gonna come over? That's how they only see them. But like when they get around you, right? You're an individual. You just chilling. You just real laid back. You have boundaries. You chill. You relax. And those same girls that seeing you from a distance, of course, or even from a distance, you seeing them staring at you. Obviously, they looking at you up and down, and then they come and question you. Oh, where you get those boots from? You so humble. You so chill. You know what? Yeah, I'll just shopping at Burlington. Burlington. Yeah. what the name of Michael Kors, they was on sale. You're not even thinking about, like, what I mean, how they looking, what I mean? You're not looking at that. You just saying, okay, maybe they're just genuine. Maybe they're just coming at you because maybe they're just curious to know who you are. Of course, in the beginning, but it's like everything that you say, everything that you bring up, it becomes a joke to them. And it's like they can't understand, like, why all the guys give you the respect. Why they eavesdropping the conversations and they just looking at you and they'll say, dang, you know what? If I had a girl like that and they're talking about you, I'll wife that up, man. She's on that spiritual thing, you know what I mean? But it ain't easy to get with that because she'll be playing that. And the other girl's like, dang. So you're so focused on trying to get with me and trying to, how they don't even realize that, they skipped at the fact that, hey, you know what I mean, when you sit, you have your legs crossed. They don't realize that, hey, you're not all around all the dudes all the time. You're focused on your career. You're focused on, you know what I mean, you go home and cook. You go home and cook. The other dudes, they just know that, you know what, them other girls, they come around like, okay, what you gonna get me? Obviously, that's why they coming at you that way, because you're just all about what you can do for me. Versus you, they look at you like, hey, you know what? I'm good. I can do that by myself. They'll come at you, oh, let me take you out. No, I know what you about. And then the thing about you, you know how to play around, you know how to joke around, but you say in a humorous way, like, no, because I know what you want. And you say it with a smile, and you very respectful. So them dudes like, you know what? You got the big homie that's just around. Look, that's my little sis, man. If you do anything to her, they already checked them dudes. You ain't even realize it. Don't nah. That's like my little niece. That's like my little sister. And then them other girls, they seeing the big homie is really checking them dudes. But where I'm going with this is this. Those same people and people around you are looking at that. They hear you. They know you. Even though you don't pay attention to them, other people are paying attention to you, and that's why they're in competition with you. When you're a person who have boundaries, you're a person that's just you love yourself, you're respectful, you know what I mean? You see, fellas, semen retention. You don't even go around having any type of women coming in and out. So most of those women are just dealing with Ricky, Bobby, Michael. Yo, they looking at you as like, dang, I look this good. Everybody else want me, but what is it about you that you don't want this? And they had to realize, like, yo, you know what? I acknowledge this dude. Yo, he just focused. He's respectful. He cool. He even offered me food for free. What? Yeah. This one's their hunkers. Yeah, he offered me food and everything. And I'm like, yo, I was hungry. He just gave it to me. And I was like, and then I looked it up. And it cost like $15. I'm like, what? Like, yo, he didn't ask me for anything. He didn't ask me, like, to go in his house. He didn't ask me. That's what happens when you respect yourself, and you're a person who's you come with class. You come with class. You focus on yourself, and you got a little food. You know what I mean? You know that it's gonna come back to you. You bless people, but a lot of people, especially in this world that we're living in, it's a give for them. They see it as if, okay, I give you something, I need something in return back, right? Tricking. A lot of guys taking girls out, and a lot of these women are, which is no problem. That's your thing. They're going out with them, and the guy's always expecting something back. To each his own. You know what I mean? But you as an individual, ladies, fellas, a lot of those people that just can't understand why you're this way, they're in competition with you. They're seeing that you're very respectful, you're chill, and they hear from other people about you. So they come around you and try to belittle you. They'll come around you and say certain things that's very disrespectful. And it's just like, yo, dang. You sitting there like, yo, what's up with them? When you come across something and people saying being funny, they're saying something fun, trying to be around other people and trying to, joke around and this and that. And it's like, yo, you saying all this and I barely know you. And then you acting this way. Just remember, they're in competition with you. They're jealous of you. There's something about you that they just can't understand. why, and then they come around you. It's sort of like now, right? A lot of people on social media, everybody has a voice, which is cool. You know what I mean? Freedom of speech, right? But they'll talk about an example, these people that are, famous people, wherever, right? You don't know what they got going on, and obviously they think that these people are the most beautiful people in the world. They can't do wrong. They can't do this until they realize it's something that happens, right? And then you realize, these same people that was glorifying these people are the same people that turn their back on them. Now, I'm not saying that these people are good or not, but obviously you don't know anything about these people. So what happens? They'll compare themselves to these people, talk down on these people, and realize that these people are just like anybody else, but fail to realize you're no better, they're no better than us. But they just have a name and have maybe extra money. And how do I know? I work with these people. I'm around these people all the time. I'm not saying that like I'm famous or anything. No. And obviously, me personally, if I really wanted to, I could use this platform and do this and say certain things, and I could be actually blow up much more quicker than I could blow up. But I choose not to because I know my lane. But where I'm going with this is this. These same people that now they're in competition with these other people, which is crazy. But it's the same thing with you. They don't know who you are. They don't know nothing about what you got going on. They don't know the things that you went through, what you had to build, all that, this, that, and the third. But guess what? They're in competition with you. And then when anything that happens to you, anything that a little flaw happened to you, guess what? They get excited. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's stupid. Name calling, talking junk about you, and then they happy on your downfall. But when you stay strong, focus on you, not worry about nobody else, you stay in your lane, guess what? They have no choice but to acknowledge you. Obviously, you better than them, but you so humble, you're not realizing that, hey, you know what? Why, I'm not paying attention to them. You know what I mean? Your focus, you use humility, you worry about yourself. And these people have no choice but to acknowledge you because they know they see greatness when they see it, but they can't help it. So they try to go against greatness, if that makes sense. But if this video resonated with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.